Hello everyone, in this class we are going to build a dictionary application using JavaScript. So this is how our dictionary application is going to look like. Here you can search for the meaning of any word. Like I want to search for the meaning of adventure. So I will type here adventure and click this search button. So as you can see, we got the meaning of adventure. Now I want to search for the meaning of another word like computer. So I will type here computer and click the search button. So here we got the meaning of computer. So in this video, we are going to do setup for our project. So to write in the code for this application, I am going to use Visual Studio Code. If you don't have Visual Studio Code, you can go and download it for Google. And second thing, what you have to do is you have to create a folder. As you can see, I have created a folder with the name of dictionary app, and inside this folder you have to create 3 files, which is index.html, script.js and style.css. After creating these 3 files, you have to open this index.html file, and inside this index.html file you can see our HTML file is empty. So first thing, what you have to do in HTML file is you have to write HTML boilerplate. But if you have using Visual Studio Code, you don't have write HTML boilerplate. You can just use one trick or one shortcut. That shortcut is just type exclamation mark and then press enter, and you can see our boilerplate is ready. Now what I will do, now I will connect this style.css and script.js file. To connect this style.css file, you have to come here and create one link tag. I will just type link, and here you can see what we got a suggestion, and in the suggestion you have to click the CSS, and inside this href you have to type style.css. As you can see, I typed here style.css, and now our CSS file is linked with our HTML. Now I will change this title from document to dictionary app, and now I will connect this JavaScript file and our HTML. To connect JavaScript file and our HTML, you have to come inside this body tag, and inside this body tag I will create some space, and here you have to use one tag. The tag name is script. So I will write script, and you can see we got the suggestion, and from the suggestion I will click script src, and inside the src I will type the name of this file and the name of our file in script.js. So I will type here script.js. So with this we have successfully connected our CSS and JavaScript file with our HTML, and in next session we are going to write the HTML code for our dictionary application. So in this session we are going to learn HTML code for our dictionary application. So to write HTML code, I will come inside this body tag, and inside this body tag I will create a container div. So to create a container div, I have to create a div tag. So to create div tag, I will write div here, div and inside this div tag I will create a class name. So to write class name, I have to write class, and inside this class I will write container, and I am going to write the HTML code of our dictionary app inside this container div. So now I will come inside this container div, and inside this container div, first thing that what I want to do is I want to create a heading tag. Why I want to create the heading tag? Because in our dictionary application, first thing is heading, and that the heading is written dictionary app. So to create a heading tag, I have to write h1. There are 6 kind of heading: h1, h2 and h3, h4, h5 and h6. Now inside this h1 tag, I will write dictionary application. So dictionary up, and after heading we have input field in our dictionary application. So to create input field, I will use input tag. So I will use input here, and the type of this input will be text, because we are going to type words there are, or else we are going to type alphabet, there are not number. If you are going to type a number in our input field, then our type of this input field will be number. But now we don't want to type number, we want to type text. So that's why our type is text. Now I will give this input field ID. So to give ID, I will type ID here, and the ID will be input, and there should be one placeholder in this input tag. So for placeholder, I have to write placeholder. Have here placeholder is a input attribute, and inside this placeholder I will type enter a word. Enter a word. So now let's check how our dictionary applications is looking like this browser. So this is how our dictionary application is looking like now. And what we are missing here, we are missing a button here. So let's create a button. To create a button, I will use button tag. So I will go below in this input tag and type button, and our button tag is created, and inside this button tag I will write search, and let's save it again and have a look at browser. So now as you can see, we got our search button also. Now to display the meaning, we need one division tag here. So I will create one div tag below this button division, div, and I will give a class name to this div. So write class here, and the class name will be meaning. Now let's add on-click event in our button. To add only event in our button, we have to use on attribute, which name of the attribute is on-click. So I will write on-click here. So what is this on-click attribute will do? Whenever the user will click this search button, then this on-click event will run, and the function inside this on-click event will be called. So I will write a function name here. The function name will be search. So whenever a user clicks this search button, our search function will be called, and we will build the search button in our JavaScript. This is the HTML code for our dictionary application. Now let's write JavaScript code for our application. In this session, we are going to write JavaScript code for our application. So to write JavaScript code, you have to open this JavaScript file, and as you can see, our JavaScript file is empty. So the first thing what I will do is I will create this search function. So to create this search function, I will open this JavaScript file, and here I have to type function, and the function name will be search, because we are creating the search function. So I will copy this and I will paste it here. And now this search is the function name. So after writing the name of the function, you have to create this parenthesis, and after creating this parenthesis, you have to create one curly brackets. So inside this curly bracket, we are going to write this function code. So what do we want to do? We want to first select this input field, and we want to select this division tab. So to select this input field, I am going to create one variable. So to create one variable, I will write const, and the variable name will be input. And to select this input field, we have to write document get element by ID, and the ID will be input. So I will write document get element by ID, document get element. So here we got get element by ID, and we will create one bracket here, and inside this bracket there will be single inverted comma, and inside this single inverted comma you have to write this ID name. So our ID name is input. I will copy this and I will paste it here. So we have successfully selected our input. Now what you want to, we want to select this meaning difference. So to select this meaning diff, I will create one meaning. Variable means const, and the variable name will be meaning. And to select this, I will write document get element by class name. So I don't want to select this class name. I will change this class to ID so that I can write document get element by ID. So I will just copy paste it here, copy this and close this here. To close this code, you can type this comma. Now I will paste this code here, and the ID name will be meaning. I will copy this meaning and I will paste it here. So like this, we have selected input and meaning in our JavaScript. Now we want to get input value. So how to get input value? To get input value, we get one method in JavaScript. The method name is value. So just type dot and then type value, and we want to convert this value into lowercase. So to convert the value into lowercase, we get on more method. The method name is to lowercase. So I will type the to lowercase, and the method always ends with parenthesis. So let's create one parenthesis here and close the line of this code. So as you can see here, VS Code is automatically written here area value max. So let's remove this. We just want value. So I will remove this and I will type here value and close this line of code. So now what we want to do, now we want to get the meaning of the word what the user search. So how to get the meaning of the words? To get the meaning of the words, we are going to use one API. So let's do that in next session. In this session, we are going to get data from API and display it our dictionary application. For API, you can visit Google and search dictionary API and open this first website. And here is our API endpoint which we will use to get data from this API. So let's copy this API endpoint, and if you want to understand more about this API, you can read this and documentation. You will understand more about this API, how this API is working. However, I am going to explain this is working. So first let's copy this API endpoint and paste it inside fetch method. So for fetch method, I will write here fetch, and inside this fetch method I will paste this API endpoint. But before this, I have to use these backticks, and inside this backtick I will pass this API endpoint like this. And I have to remove this word, and here I will add this input variable. So for that I will use dollar symbol, curly brackets, and here I will try input. So why I am typing input here? Because we want to search for the meaning which user will type in the input. Like we typed adventure in this input. So when we typed adventure in the input, the input variable value become adventure, and now here we are searching for the value of adventure, or we are searching for the meaning of adventure. That's why I write input here. Now let's make then method for response. For response to make then method, I will type then, and I will give this bracket, and inside this bracket I will write response, and I will use arrow functions here. For arrow functions I will write equals to and greater than simple, and here we want to response JSON. I will write response JSON, response.json, and give parenthesis. Now let's make another then method for data. For data, I will make then method here, and here I will write data, and again I will use curly brackets, and inside these curly brackets I will console log this data. So cl data, and let's check our console tab. So as you can see, our console tab is empty. Now I will search for the meaning of the any word, like I will search for the meaning of computer, and I will click this search button. You can see here word we got an array, and inside this array let's expand this array, and inside this array there is one meanings array, and inside this meanings array there is the meaning of our word. So let's expand this also. Now let's expand this definitions array, and inside this definitions array there is our meaning. So first one is our meaning. So now we have to display this definitions array first value here. So how to do that? For that I will create one div tag. Now I want create one division tag because we have already created this div tag. I will select this div tag, but before selecting the div tag, I will create one meaning variable. I will create one meanings variable, and in meaning variable let's select this meaning. So how to select this meaning? let me search it again, computer, and search. Let's remove this and again let's search computer, COMPU, computer, search to. So now we have to write the data 0, and inside the 0 we have to select meanings array, and then inside this meanings array we have to select this first array which is 0, and this inside this 0 array we have to select this definition array. So let's select this. For that I will create one variable const meaning with a south and equals to, so data 0. Data 0 means first element of the array, means first elements of the data array. So I will write 0, then we have to select meanings 0 means first element of the meanings array. So meanings 0, then we have to select the first element of definitions array. For that I have to type definitions 0 and then definitions, and now let's display this meanings in the div. So I will select this div, means this meaning div. So I will copy this and I will paste it here, and dot inner HTML, because I want to create one paragraph tag inside this meaning div. So dot inner HTML, and inside this inner HTML I will create one paragraph tag. To create paragraph tag I will use backtick, and inside this backtick I will write P and here dollar symbol, and inside this dollar symbol I want the input value first, so input and then colon, and after colon I want meanings, so again space and dollar curly brackets, and inside this I want this meaning. So I will copy this and paste it here, and I will close this variable. Now let's save and have a look our browser. So let's type a word like computer and click search. So as you can see we got the meaning of computers. So I can see here is from same problem, some problem. So let's fix this problem. The problem is I didn't close this paragraph tag. So let's close this paragraph tag slash np. Now let's save this n and let's take this again. So I will search for the meaning of computer, search. So this is our output, this is our input, and this is our meaning. Now let's search for the meaning of different word like hello. Click the search button. So now we got the meaning of hello. Now let's search of the meaning, another meaning of phone. Click the search button. Now you got the meaning of phone. So that's it for this video. I will see the another interesting video. So please like and subscribe to Kuna Vision YouTube channel. Thank you.